Well, hi, I'm Cody Sandall, pastor at the First Presbyterian Church of Littleton. And a few weeks ago, I heard a story about the American effort to woo the Nazi scientists to our side after the war. And many of the officers who were charged with wining and dining the Nazis were actually themselves Jewish. And so they were under orders to make the Nazis feel comfortable, even when they made comments about that Jew boy over there. Now, one of the officers decided to follow orders, but with a little bit more creative flair. And so whenever he would take the scientists out to dinner, it was always to a Jewish restaurant. And whenever the Nazis wanted to buy lingerie for their wives, he took them to a Jewish department store and got a Jewish woman to help them pick out the intimate clothing. You know, that story got me wondering, how far would I go under the guise of following orders? Would I have had the courage to push the limits as that one officer did? Or would I have had the courage to quit as another officer did? In our text today, we see how Pharaoh attempted the final solution on the Jewish people thousands of years before Hitler. And in our text, the Hebrew midwives take their lives into their own hands by defying Pharaoh's orders. And why did they do it? Our text says because they feared God. In other words, they respected and honored God far more than they feared Pharaoh's power. And so I wonder, maybe the stakes weren't quite as high for you. The Hebrew midwives, they had the sword pointed at them. Maybe the stakes weren't quite as high for you. But I wonder, have you ever had to take a stand with God, to choose whether to take a stand with God or not, because there'd be consequences if you took a stand? If you have a story to share, we would love to hear it, and hope to see you on Sunday at 8:30 or 10:30 a.m. Or this week, we have our 5 o'clock contemporary service as well, 5 o'clock at night. Hope to see you there. Have a good week.